Fries are frying. Turkey sausage is just about done. Bacon's just about done. Eggs will be coming shortly. And yeah, then I need to get myself done. And some little boy, where'd he go? He keeps walking back and forth between me and Mike. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are you starving? You want bacon? Sunday morning breakfast. Alright, working on dinner. Making some pasta salad. Some beautiful yellow tomatoes, just slicing in half to put in my bowl. Every once in a while, I have to eat one. I guess probably enough for now. Next, I'm just adding some pickles. The skins on these are very tough since they're actually cucumbers that are meant to pickle. So they're thicker, so I always cut them off. A pasta salad is kind of one of those deals that you just use whatever you have in your fridge as far as produce and mix it with some pasta and you call it pasta salad. A lot of people put meat or cheese in theirs. I usually only do vegetables, but today I am going to put some feta in because I'm going to use a Greek dressing instead of an Italian. So tomatoes and cucumbers so far. Okay, I've also added some black olives, and I took 2 ears of leftover corn on the cob from last night's dinner that we didn't eat, and I cut those off and threw those in there as well. Now I'm just rinsing my pasta. This is my favorite Greek dressing. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to put this in the fridge, let it chill, and I'm going to get our steaks ready. Hey, so it's Sunday afternoon. Mike's down putting some steaks on the grill. I think I mentioned before, we never put our nice big gas grill together when we moved in here just because we didn't know how long we were going to be here. And we have a small tailgating grill that we use instead. So. What? Can I reach what? Yeah, if you stick it through here, I could probably reach it.
I don't see the ladder.
Oh. So we got some New York strip steaks on the grill. Someone is sniffing the air. He's like, where's the food? Where's the food? I need to eat now. Come on, turkey bird. Come on, you're letting the heat in and the air out. And we got some mushrooms and some field peas and snaps. Oh, my camera's fogging up. And the pasta salad. And a starving dog. Sunday afternoon dinner, we eat good, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Someone is not getting New York strip. He's eating ground turkey. Good morning and happy Monday. This dog is not right. We have temperatures in the 90s. Actually, over the weekend, it was 105 here with the heat index, of course. And it's like super hot again this morning. Well, it's almost 11 o'clock. And he lays on the blacktop. Like, really? I don't know how he stands it. But I try to get him to come in, and he turns his head away from me. He doesn't even want to look at me. Hey, you ready to go in? You are not right.
Hey everyone, so it's Monday again. I think I already said that once, but just doing some odds and ends around the house today. I'm getting ready to clean out my refrigerator, but I thought I'd catch you up with what's been going on because I haven't vlogged in quite a few days. It's been a while. It's not that we've been overly busy, but there's just been a lot of dumb stuff happening that was not, like, didn't need to vlog about. But anyway, I thought I'd catch you up. So, I had mentioned a few weeks ago that we sold our Jeep. And that was before the wedding. So, sometime beginning of July. I think July 7th was the day we sold it. So anyway, we're finally free of a car payment. And that payment was $665 and some odd cents a month. So it was so nice to not have a car payment anymore. It still left us with two cars, one for Mike, one for me. And our cars are older. I'm driving a 2002 Buick LeSabre, big large boat. And Mike's driving a 96 Chevy Tahoe. So 96 Chevy Tahoe. No complaints with either car. They had some age on them, and we've had to do some repairs here and there. But, again, it's just nice not having the car payment. And with the older cars, Mike works on them. A lot of the new cars that you buy, Mike can't work on because everything is controlled by computer stuff. So, like, guys with the computer equipment are the only ones that can work on them. So anyway. Our mindset was, I don't think I can talk and do this at the same time. It's like I get distracted. Okay, I'm going to shut the camera off and move the camera and just talk to you. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. How pitiful is that I can't even wipe out the refrigerator and talk to you at the same time? Oh, God. Anyway, so we're down to two cars, although they're old. We're payment free, and they've run fine. His Tahoe especially, he has had to put a new transmission in it, and he rebuilt a lot of the motor himself about 5-6 years ago, and that thing runs like crazy for being almost 21 years old. And the Buick will be 15 years old here shortly. So again, no problems at all. They both run great. Our Tahoe, I think, has had a bullseye painted on it. It's a beautiful, beautiful truck. It's a two-door, which is very hard to find. Everything's a four-door Tahoe, so the two doors actually are worth quite a bit of money. But the week before we moved home from Harrisburg, so it was the end of January, the Tahoe was hit in a hit-and-run accident. It was parked overnight along the street in the development that we lived in. Somebody caved the side of it in. And unfortunately, we don't carry insurance on it. We don't carry the collision and comprehensive on it just because it's old and we don't have a loan on it. Same way with the Buick, we don't carry collision and comprehensive. It's not required. So the hit and run, we just had to decide, okay, are we keeping it or are we not keeping it? Are we fixing it or are we not fixing it? Well, you can't get doors for it anymore because it's so old. We'd have to find a junkyard door. Bottom line, we just kind of left it go. It's not that it is he got like somebody that does the dent removal to kind of pull it out. It's still messed up on the side, it's the driver's side, but nothing, you know, super, super bad. We're going to continue to drive it. And the Buick, we had bought that 2 years ago. We bought it for like half of what it was worth because it was an acquaintance of Mike's whose father-in-law got his license taken because he was past the age of safe driving. He just wanted to unload the car. So we picked the Buick up for like $4,000. We paid cash for it. And book value at the time was like $8,000. It's a Buick LeSabre Limited, so it is pretty well loaded. And again, the car's never given us any trouble, although we've had it several years now and haven't put any money into it. And it's getting ready to hit 15 years, so it needs some things. And we've been well aware of it. But that is another reason why we unloaded this Jeep. Jeep was only a 2013 with 11,000 miles on it. We never drove it. So anyway, where am I going with this? Oh my God, my brain. I'm telling you, menopause is just killing my brain. It's just killing my brain. So, okay. So the night before the wedding, Caitlin and Tia were both home, obviously. The wedding is on a Sunday. Saturday night, we're at rehearsal dinner. And Tia drove her car from Florida. So she had her own car. Caitlin flew up. So we left her use the Buick while she was in town. And because we were all going to be doing the same things together, we didn't need the third car. So anyway, the night of the rehearsal dinner, Caitlin left here early to go pick up my grandma to go to the rehearsal dinner, so she had our Buick. Mike and I had the Tahoe. We left rehearsal dinner Saturday night. We're in the lead, Mike and I in the Tahoe, and her behind us by herself at this point in the Buick. So we're coming down the highway, and we get off of the exit ramp, and I'm sure we've all done this in the past. I know I have. You are merging onto the next road after you're getting off the highway, and you're looking behind out to see if there's any traffic coming, and you start to go, and at the last minute you change your mind, like, maybe I shouldn't. Well, that's what Mike did. He started to pull away, and at the last minute changed his mind and hit the brakes. Well, she's behind us, and she's also looking that way. She sees out of the corner of her eye, she sees her dad start to go. She didn't know he slammed on his brakes, so she hits the gas and takes off and rear-ends us. So both of our cars are involved in an accident together. So we get off the side of the road. Mike screamed a bad word, and I screamed, Caitlin! Because the first thing that came to mind was, oh my God, airbags, and here's the maid of honor whose face is going to be all messed up. I mean, she hit us hard. I spent the day of the wedding and the next day after with like symptoms of whiplash. I had pain because I twisted, I think, when she hit us and flew forward. I had pain from my head on the right side the whole way down through my back and into my butt. After 2 days, it was cleared up, so I wasn't seeing a doctor or nothing, but she hit us hard. To tell you how hard she hit us, that Tahoe is a big full-size vehicle. She bent the frame. That's how hard she hit. It was a miracle of God that that airbag did not go off in the Buick and mess her face up. She did hit the steering wheel. She had a swelled lip. It went down by the next morning. So wedding was fine. Nobody knew anybody was in an accident except to look at the cars. So the front of the Buick is, it's not destroyed. It didn't even hurt the hood. But it took the bumper on the one side, like you could see a perfect imprint of the hitch of the Tahoe into the bumper of the Buick. The grill is smashed. Again, it's just a pure miracle. We were so lucky. The hood goes up and down just fine. The lights work just fine. It didn't crack the lights. It's just the bumper and all the foam and the shock absorbers in the bumper absorbed the impact. So nothing behind the grill was damaged in the motor. And the frame of the Buick was fine. So it's drivable. It doesn't look the greatest. I don't really care about that. I could care less. The problem is we took it to a body shop to get an estimate on getting it fixed. And I questioned, why did the airbag not go off? Because of how hard she hit us. And he explained that, you know, these foams, the pieces of foam that they put in the bumpers now are meant to absorb a huge amount of impact. But now they've been compromised and smashed. So the next time, it could be just a little bit of a tap on that bumper, and that airbag could go off. So it's a safety issue at this point. So we've had to decide, are we going to fix this car, or are we going to get rid of it? A few days, and we hadn't made the decision. Well, Mike has made the decision. Mike's ready to buy a new car. Because I drive it, he doesn't want it to be a safety issue. In the meantime, I had Tahoe out one day, and I'm at the farmer's market on a Friday, and I'm coming around the back side, and I take a left pull along the side of the building, and I'm following an older gentleman driving a Cadillac in front of me. I'm not on his rear end or nothing. And we're going at a decent parking lot speed. Nobody's flying, either one of us. All of a sudden, now keep in mind, the Tahoe has a smashed-in driver's side. Now it's got a bent frame and the bumper's hanging down. Not hanging, but it's tilted down from her hitting it. And this guy in this Cadillac decides at the last minute that after he's already passed an end spot parking space, he decides he wants to park there after he passed it. He slammed on his brakes and threw that Caddy in reverse and come barreling toward me. I'm just trying to find the horn, looking like an idiot, going like this. I couldn't even find the horn until finally, he had to have been inches away from the bumper. I finally found the horn and hit it, and he stopped. I didn't even get out and look. I probably would have threw up, because you couldn't even see the back of his car below the hood of the Tahoe. I could see, like, right in his back window. There had to have been an inch or less between his car and mine. And he barrels into the parking space. So I made up my mind then and there. I'm like, Mike, I don't want a nice car. I don't want it. I want a piece of shit. Excuse my language. I'm driving shit the rest of my life because I can't deal with how other people drive. I have a perfect driving record. And I'm not patting myself on the back or bragging, but dang it, when I drive, you know, driving is important to me. I have a commercial driver's license. I've been an on-the-road and a classroom CDL Class B instructor. Driving is so serious, and there are way too many distractions nowadays between the kids and the damn phones and now the stupid Pokemon Go thing and older people. Sorry, but I'm thinking when you get to a certain age, you need to be retested or get the hell off the road. I feel like our cars have a giant bullseye printed on them. So I told him I don't want nothing nice. I want a piece of shit to drive. Well, of course, Mike's not going to want me to drive a piece of shit. He wants me in something decent that's safe. So all that being said, we got the estimate on the Buick. To fix the Buick is $1,600, which is no big deal. We'd probably just fix it, except the Buick also needs new tires this year. There's a motor mount that's about ready to bust through, and now there's a transmission sensor that's going out that's not shifting right. That sensor alone is $600. It needs new struts in the back, which are several $100s. Till we would get everything done on the Buick that needs done, we'd be looking at about $3,600. We only paid $4,000 for the car. It's like, do we want to put $3,600 into it, being that it's going to be 15 years old this year? So probably not the smartest decision. So we've agreed to get rid of the Buick. He's going to keep the Tahoe. It's bitched up on the side, now on the back, but still going strong. So we've been shopping for cars. And we've been back and forth. Do we just want to spend a couple $1,000s on a car, just something safe for me to drive, or do we just want to suck it up and get a new one? Because now we're driving two old cars, a 21-year-old and a 15-year-old. We don't have anything that's like newer and very reliable. Now, when we go on trips and stuff, we rent cars. It's cheap enough to rent a car, and I use like one regularly so that I'm a rewards member and I get discounts. So that's not a concern going far from home, with the exception of if I have to go visit my dad or something like that. He's not well, and I may be spending a lot more time where he lives, which is a little over 100 miles away, and I can't just take a rental car and go and not know when I'm coming back. So, you know, other than within 100, 150 miles, we'll drive our own cars, but anything more than that, we rent a car. So, okay, we've been shopping for cars, and we've kind of narrowed it down, and tomorrow I'm going out to test drive some cars. I've only ever driven large SUVs and big, large cars. We've just been those kind of people. We like a bigger car. We feel safer in it. You can see much better in them. You know, again, I taught people how to drive commercial vehicles for a living before I got into the travel industry. I like a big vehicle just because of the clearance and being able to see. So we're looking at a mid-sized car for the first time in our lives. It's going to be a lot for me to get used to. Just looking at the size of the back windows of some of these, I'm looking at back windows that are this high. How is that safe? Looking through a window that's like this. I need to test drive them before I keep shooting my mouth off. So that's what we're planning on doing. So in the meantime, Saturday, I go to get my hair done over in Lancaster, and that's a 3-hour appointment in the chair, and he says he's going to change the oil in the Tahoe. Great. I get home, didn't change the oil. I'm like, why? Well, the bitch is leaking. Oh my God. It's just been a nightmare. Now all of a sudden, the oil lines on the Tahoe underneath are leaking. And when I say leaking, it was like all of a sudden it's almost a steady stream coming out. So we're looking at, I don't know how much it's going to cost us. He's guessing probably $150 to $200 because he wants to put steel braided lines on instead of the junk that the dealers sell. So it's like all of our cars have big bullseyes painted on them. Cars are not our friends at the moment. They're just not. So today, and this just happened Saturday, so today he had me take him to work, so now I got to pick him up from work this afternoon. Again, no huge deal because I don't work, but it's just, okay, what if there was an emergency and I had to go and we have one car, and I'm sure there are other people out there that survive on one car, and it can be done for a few days, but it's just something that, it's like, can we catch a break? Could we have at least just bought one? Okay, so then I'm in the middle of talking, and the camera shuts off because the memory card's full. Well, I have another memory card somewhere, but do you think I can find it right now? No. So now I have to take time to upload everything and start over. So now I can't remember what I was saying. Yep. With the cars, we're just not catching a break. So we have, so all we've been doing the last few days is researching cars, and yesterday we went to car dealerships looking at different manufacturers and what they have to offer. Then we come back on the computer and start comparing pricing. So bottom line is, tomorrow I have to go out and test drive some cars. And we're going smaller, with a mid-sized vehicle with better gas mileage. We don't have kids at home anymore. The dog we have is this big, although he's fat. We don't need the big vehicles anymore. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to go over here and go back to cleaning out my refrigerator, but I just want to let you know what we've been up to. So I'll keep you posted on the car update, and the Tahoe goes in the garage on Wednesday to get the oil lines fixed, so I will be driving him to work again tomorrow. So, yeah, that's my life in a nutshell at the moment. So that's where I've been. Nothing fun and exciting, just one shit after another. But I'm not complaining because life, I did complain. I'm going to stop complaining because life could always be worse. So back to my refrigerator.
Okay, refrigerator is all wiped down. Check the expiration dates on everything. Only had, I think, 3 things that were expired that I needed to throw away. Oh, I forgot to do the crisper drawers. I got to do those yet. But everything else is within date and ready to be used up. I love a clean refrigerator. It looks crowded, but we like our condiments. Just working on dinner. Made Mike and I each a nice big salad. I'm having leftover pizza, which I have 2 slices already in the oven. Some ground turkey for the puppy. I'll add some cheese to it.
And right now I'm searing an ahi tuna steak for Mike. See if this is ready to flip yet. Beautiful. Beautiful. And a glass of wine.
He thought that I was cheating.
You all know what Monday night means. It means CSI Miami.
Answer the question, Sean. If I strip it off...